Hi, I'm When We Wanna Be, and today let's talk about why I like playing female main characters. Oh my god, it is so bright in here. Okay, so maybe people think I like playing girl characters because I could be classified as girly myself. Or maybe it's because I swing a certain way, and so I feel a connection to women because, like women, might kind of also been disenfranchised by the straight male-dominated society, yada 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 yada. And maybe that is the case. But I would like to think that it's also for more personal reasons than those ones. To give you guys some background, my first movie was My Neighbor Totoro, and my first TV show was Sailor Moon. Yeah, I know, a guy that likes Sailor Moon. Time to pull out the meme with the seal that says But I would say it's also because I started consuming media with women taking on main roles. I personally like the fact that my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was balanced out by Sailor Moon, but that's just me. It was only after Sailor Moon went off the air in America that I discovered how atypical it was for women to have major starring roles. And it was when I learned that it was very atypical for boys to like those kinds of shows too. Now I know that things are definitely a lot better than they were before, but back then in gaming as well as action-packed TV shows, it's usually the guys that get to be the leader. Obviously, it's because that women are born as the nurturers and the caretakers, so obviously they can't handle fighting. My gaming beginnings were in RPGs and more specifically JRPGs, so I think you can imagine how difficult it can be sometimes to get female main characters. First JRPG I played with women as main characters was FFX2. And when Super Smash Bros. Came out, Samus was the only girl. Right? In versus games like Soul Calibur and Marvel vs. Capcom, I would always play the girls because I always thought that they never really got enough attention. And all of my other friends that played video games wanted to be manly, and so they would always play characters like Wolverine or Nightmare. Now, I know a lot of you may be thinking, oh my god, this is the 21st century, there have been so many video games with women as the main characters. Who sees women as less than anymore? Why is this guy still talking about it? Okay, this is very true. There have been improvements in the gaming industry. But if you look at the toy section at, I don't know, Toys R Us or Target, I don't think it's gonna be too hard to see how it's still so important for boys to learn how to be boys and girls to learn how to be girls. Girls still get, you know, the pretty pink packages with arts and crafts and Barbie dolls. Boys get blue, black, and green, and action figures. Basically dolls, but action figures, and then Hot Wheels and toy weapons. Because obviously boys cannot bake. Also, I think a pretty common example would be Disney stuff. Girls are usually the princesses, while the boys are the knights or the rebels that save them. Well, what about Mulan? I love Mulan, but can you name any other Disney movies out there that have the women doing the heroic fighting? I wouldn't say Tangle counts, because even though she's a pretty strong girl, she still has to be saved in the end. Also, I'll even venture to say that Disney is still encouraging the gender dichotomy. And I can still say that because last time I went to Disneyland, which was not too long ago, I saw something pretty interesting. Okay, so in Fantasyland, there's a pretty big stage area where they usually have a lot of really, really cool shows. But there weren't any hardcore performances happening at that time. There was an interactive show where they were teaching girls to be princesses, and they were teaching the guys, the boys, to be not princes. Oh no. They were teaching them how to be knights. Yep, that's right. Not princes, because obviously it's so much cooler and manlier to be a knight. So I think what I'm trying to get at is that I like playing girl characters because it's so refreshing to see them not be dainty princesses all the time. The dainty princess image is still really, really prominent in our society. And it was especially prominent when I was a kid. So I'll be honest with you guys, I really didn't know where I was going with this article when I started writing it, but I managed to figure it out as I went along. And I'd like to end it with this. If you're the kind of person that likes to play a character of the opposite gender, or someone that's, you know, not like you, don't ever feel ashamed. Whenever people laugh at you for any of your interests, whether it be for gaming, or baking, or sewing, or crafting, or math, or science, don't ever be ashamed of it. Be proud of them. I promise you that there are other people in the world that have similar interests like you. So just always be proud. Don't ever let anybody tell you what you should or shouldn't like. I know that gender inequality can be a touchy subject, but I just think that it's really, really interesting to talk about. But what do you guys think? Whether you agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll talk about it some more. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you. And make sure to check back next week because I'll be posting another gaming topic that we can talk about. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again. Bye! So for those of you who don't know, I'm part of a theater group in UC Berkeley, and I'm really excited about finally being able to perform again, and I've also been working on props as well as memorizing lines. And I just wanted to show you maybe just a little preview of what I'm going to be. I'm going to be having a show pretty soon. It's not my show, it's our theater group's show. You know, if you happen to be in the area, I think it would be worth your time and money to come watch us. And I'll be posting more info on it on my Tumblr if you're interested. So, thanks.